We are live streaming once again, and yeah, I'm excited to stream. Last night I was a little intoxicated and I streamed basically ineffectually, and I just kind of stopped after a couple minutes, and so hopefully today will be a little bit more productive. Um, but I wanted to start today by going to the mod page. I did pick up this tent mod off camera already, but I think I got the fixed paths. I'm gonna grab this one. This is my old multiplayer server, Conquest of Blocks. I may rejoin that at some point, but um, anyway, this player list one I might get later. But anyway, let's go back into the world here. So here's where we're at. This is the um, just a little update of what I've been up to. So I've been on a couple expeditions. Basically, I was looking for iron still, and we're having a problem. Let me just show you what we're looking at here. So for iron, I've done some probing over here now, and I've actually found sphalerite. And if you go to like bismuthite, I get some down here. So like I think what happens is it will show you the most prevalent resource, 3.3, 1. And it will change in color. I think green is actually not specifically related to the ore, but to the prevalence of something. Anyway, the problem is I've got a number of these dots on the map. So all my caves are those, but I've got things like this peat. And although I don't mind that generally from the standpoint of caves, I can keep those because they're only two colors and it's fairly easy to look past those. Unfortunately, there's just not much I can do other than just manually change some of these. So like this is blue clay, so we're just going to do that. That way, eventually, I'll get to a point where every dot on the map is either, let's see, we've been using that, is either a cave indicator, just generically, or is some kind of ore indicator. And if we just keep changing the symbols of some of these, it should be fine. Alright, so now when we look on the map, we've got this dot here, and that's got galena at less than 1, so it's red. Now, if the galena were more prevalent than that, here as you can see it's between 1 and 2, it's now orange. I think that's basically how it works. But, you know, the problem is, sorry, one second. Yeah, so the problem is I haven't really found any really good sources of iron. In fact, going back to the hematite here, I've got reds and I've got oranges, and this oranges here are just barely orange. I mean, in fact, I think, yeah, this one is the best I've found so far. Now, this borax site, I mean, it might be worth taking a probe there, but the problem is I ran out of durability on my pickaxe, and so I had to make a new one. So, the other problem is we're running low on ore to keep making bronze, especially tin. Oh, I will say that if I go to cassiterite, where is that? Do I not have any cassiterite listed so far? Oh, here it is, sorry. Okay, so cassiterite, that's cave. I might want to stop using that color, but anyway, so I could use blue for explored caves, I guess, because that's not going to come up. I think this color spectrum is red to green, like a health meter would be in a video game or something. But anyway, let me just see, because as kind of picayune as it is, I really do think that my best prospects for iron are to continue looking around here. And unfortunately, I don't have as many sticks as I'd like. Probably do 2 holes here. I don't have a shovel either. My shovel broke, unfortunately, but this was the borax site. And so let's just, I don't mind digging down here to find the borax anyway, so let's just do that. And in the meantime, let's do a probe here. But yeah, today's episode is basically going to be dedicated to finding iron, I guess. So let's do a density search. 1, 2. Alright, and then 3. Okay, and as you can see, we've got 1.5 hematite, so why is that? I feel like this one's darker, but it should be lighter than that one, shouldn't it? Or are we still on cassiterite? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so hematite, it's actually slightly better down here, so I guess let's see if I can go one chunk over. Is there what's the button to show chunks? Is there a button to do that? Anyway, I'm gonna need some more sticks before I go down again, though. And I sadly didn't come across the borax there, so that's gonna be, oh, here we go. Here's the borax. Sorry, yeah. Let me just dig this over to the other hole that we made just now, so that I know that the borax is there. Actually, we can probably salvage these ladders a little bit if I were to go like this. Well, no, it's not worth it. I'll just get new sticks. But let's see here. So if we're trying to find in between here, can I show chunks? Terrain, waypoints. Oh, we can actually totally turn those off. Yeah, that's kind of nice. So if I want to exclusively look at where the iron options are, and by the way, we do have a decent one here too. That's so useful. Okay, but let me just Google that. Show chunk borders vintage story. Let me just see if that comes up with anything. .debug wireframe chunk in chat to see where the chunk borders are at. But that's an in-world thing. So I guess you know, there's what I could do is I could just kind of yeah, okay, so let me see if I can do this. So I just go to chat, and so I go .debug wireframe chunk. There we go. Okay, so this is interesting, but we are, so I'm literally standing on the chunk boundary, and I'm curious where vis-a-vis that boundary, because we dug that one right there, and I literally think it's this chunk here. So if I were to do a probe down here, I think it would technically be a different chunk, wouldn't it? So let me just do that and see if that gives me another thing. Now this is one thing that I will say. The Prospector info mod, got a little lag spike there. The Prospector info mod, frankly, did a better job mapping. Why is it lagging so much? Mapping some of these things, because God, this is a big lag spike. Yeah, maybe I've got too many tabs open. Well, I'm sure I do. Well, my computer's like basically frozen. That's great. Oh, there we go. That's why it was loading the music. So let's get rid of those at least. Alright. So, yep, there we go. That's crazy that the music loading would create that much of a lag spike. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 1, and then 4 more, basically. Alright. So then, by the way, just looking on the map where my icon is, if I do 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, and then 3. Okay. Yeah. So it put the thing where I started my probe, but if I were to like normalize this, there'd be one there, and maybe one there. This one might be down here. So 1.45, 1.5. Ever so slightly indicates maybe just a little bit of a preference to go out this way, more or less. But then I want to come down here. So let's do a probe here. And this is good because there's sticks available here for ladders. And we need at least, I'd say 14 sticks worth of ladders. Okay, and that's 12. $13, $14, okay, yeah. So, go ahead and make up those ladders. Alright, now let's just kind of choose a space here. How about right about here? So what we know, we just did this chunk, I think. So if I do this chunk here, that'll be new info. So let's go for it. Two, three, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, so that should be good. And I might just real quick see if this quartz has any gold or anything in it. Okay, 1.38 on that one, so 0.558, 4536. So we're still kind of steering down here, but we know that by the time we get to here, it's fallen off quite a bit. So maybe I'll try down here, due south. And in the meantime, let me just do a density search on this one and see if there's any gold. Nope, that's just a plain old quartz deposit. Okay. Oh, oops, I need another ladder. So if I go due south, past this chunk boundary, I've already... Alright, that's... Wait. Okay, this is a new chunk indeed. Okay, so we'll do this chunk. I think what I need to like start doing though, honestly, if I'm doing probing like this, and if it's not just opportunistic like one-off probing, I need to probe the middle of the chunk where possible as a standard operation. Oh, there goes the axe. I mean, I could also standardize doing the corner of the chunk, but I think middle of the chunk makes more sense. And I don't mind having that wireframe on. In fact, I might make a macro. If you do Control M, you can make a macro. I've never done this before. Chunk boundary. And if I do a hotkey for this, let's say... okay, I did apostrophe. And then I'm going to go dot debug world... What was it? World border chunk? Sorry. Debug wireframe chunk. Okay. Oops. Chunk boundary. Dot debug wireframe chunk. And hotkey is that. Okay, save. Okay, and we've got, I don't know why it makes that symbol, but Here, let's see if that works. It sure does. That's great. That's super handy. I'm glad they added that support. Oh, you know what I could... Well, I was going to say I could do the world map change, but that you have to restart for that one, so that's not useful. Not useful in the same way for a macro. Alright. Okay, so this probe was on this chunk. So we're going to do a probe here. And yeah, if I found Cassiterite, I would also consider that a win. So the axe does speed. I think the axe still speeds up processing bushes. I just think they nerfed it for purposes of, you know, like crops. Yeah, I think they might have actually changed. Okay, so let's go to the approximate middle of this chunk. We start doing the middles, which is about right here, and let's go ahead and dig down. Okay, that's 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 3. Okay, so we'll do 1. Now that's the node search, density search. 1, and this will be 2. And 3. Alright, and that's 1.24. So now we actually have a local, let's see, if I wish I could move this, 70, 138, 77, whatever, minus 403, minus 415, 440, 4416. Okay, so we need to make it align with this one, so we're going to move it down to 405. No. I just want to change it. No. Oh well. I guess you can't modify those. They don't count as waypoints, so you can't modify them. That's interesting. Okay, but anyway, let's pretend this one is right here. And then this one's there, and this one's there. So we can check on this side and on this side to get more information. So I'm going to go over here, and then we're going to go south of there. I need to get a little bit more ladders. Need a few more. But yeah, basically, if we were to go to this reading hole here, I tell you what we could do is we could just... Oh, I made this one quite deep. This one I think I was like trying to go down into. Alright, so if I go down south, so in other words, it doesn't make... I was going to nerd pull up and salvage ladders, but that doesn't make any sense now because it's too deep. Alright, so let me just grab a couple more sticks. It'll be fine. And see, because of our incorrect assumptions about which direction was getting better outcome. So this is like way up there, and we need to go down here to get the next chunk reading. So it's like right here, roughly. Yeah. Alright, so we need a little bit more sticks. $13, this will be $14. Alright, that should be good. And we've basically spent the whole day looking for iron, and, you know, not a lot to show for it yet. But at least we're ruling out some options. And frankly, you know, even if iron's only at 1.5%, it's still very conceivable that iron's in that chunk. You know, usually I like to see 8 or 15%, but 1% isn't crazy. It's just fairly unlikely. So, alright, let's go ahead and do this probing now. Okay, so where were we? Here we go. Very good, right about here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that enough? I think it is. 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. No, we need one more. Okay. Okay, so that's 1. Two. And 3. Alright, so we've got 1.2 on this one. So again, imagine this one is even with these two right here. So that means that the only other viable directional increase would be to the east here. And so let's check that one out. And give me just 1 second here, guys. Okay, had to text my mom real quick. So we're actually going to start getting a little bit of a surplus on ladders. We need a few more, of course, but we're only doing theoretically one more probe hole here. And then, you know, if we want to do anything else, it's really just going to involve going deep and finding, you know, a cave system or getting lucky and stumbling upon the iron if we want to take that chance and go directly down into a hole. But I think what we might want to actually do is we might want to just find an entirely different source of iron for now, because this is just not panning out very well. Once we get iron going, life gets quite a bit better because your tools last quite a bit longer. You don't have to keep scrapping around for resources as much. You get a ton of it, and you just hardly ever run out. And then you go from steel to steel from there. And we're actually not that crazy far away from steel either, because for steel, you simply need to get a cementation furnace, which requires not only fire clay, of course, but quartz, which we have, olivine, which is nearby if we want, borax, which, or not borax, bauxite, which is nearby if we want it, and then it will go to ilmenite. So actually the olivine is just optional, but you need the quartz and the bauxite for sure. All right. One thing I will say, I do appreciate the game adding scrap metal recovery from breaking tools. It makes the pain of relatively low tool durability less intense. So we need to go up to like here, which is basically our sandbar. So we'll go over here right across from our home. And I don't mind clearing out this brush anyway because it's ugly, and I think when you settle in an area, you should, you know, it's not a bad idea to clear out the brush. It helps protect you and your animals from predators and so forth, and yeah, that's a good thing. Alright, so I'll just clear out this little thing and then we'll move on. And I'm planting birch trees along the way, so I don't mind the birch trees growing. That's handy for getting wood later, but I don't like the brush all around the ground. Okay, so now, and I don't mind leaving up that wireframe all the time, at least while we're prospecting, so that's fine. Alright, so here is, okay, here's where I wanted to probe, right about here. Because this is east of here, and I think, let me just try to get a sense of this chunk boundary. It's right here. Oh wait, I accidentally went the, well, okay, let's go to sleep first. It's getting late. Might as well sleep and so we can see. Must have gotten a little temporal instability while we were probing. Okay. Beautiful morning. A little bit, oh, a little meteor situation there. Very pretty. Our flax is getting close. It is August. I'm sure we'll get pretty much all of this to full harvest. In fact, the rice there is ready. We could grab that and plant a turnip, which seems like the only plant that would germinate quickly enough to harvest before winter, pretty much. But anyway, okay, so we wanted to go here roughly, and the chunk boundary is here. Actually, curious if the yeah, actually this is the chunk that we are thinking about being next to, so let's do this one right here. So the middle of this chunk is right about here. I'm gonna go ahead and do it right here so I don't have to worry about the water. Did I go too far? Man, I struggle with this sometimes. Let's just do one more to be on the safe side. I gotta like start counting them more, you know, intuitively. This will be 2 and 3. Yeah, I went down way too far on that one. Alright, so 1.18. So we're basically confirming then that the 1.56 chunk is the most prevalent one. So we're here. This is the chunk that is the most prevalent local chunk for hematite, and frankly, we already have a fairly deep hole here. In fact, let's just go to the bottom of this hole and see how far I got. And I think I might have actually... Is this the one where I started doing the spiral staircase? Or I might have, I don't remember. But I can go a little bit deeper now that I have a little bit more, a few more ladders. So let's do that. 1, 2. And 3. And 4. Okay. And we've got to the peridotite layer here, so maybe I'll just do a quick, you know, look over here and maybe a density probe, or a node probe, I mean, see if there's anything. Nothing over there. And we'll do the same here. And just check for any ores there, and then, you know, maybe I'll go a little bit downward here and check right down here, and we're also out of food, so we'll eat some of these carrots. We also got a little bit of rice there just a moment ago. But the reality is, sometimes you don't get ore until about 60 or 42 or whatever, so I'm just going to dig down a little bit and see what we come across. And like I said, I think we already tried this a little bit, digging around. No ore node there. So let me just kind of circle back on ourselves here. And so far, this type of stairway digging has not resulted in any mine collapse. In fact, I have rarely experienced any sort of collapses so far. And I'm not that worried about it, honestly, but I guess I'll keep my eyes out on kind of understanding that new mechanic as well. Alright, there we go. So, absolutely no indication. I'm going to go down to a little bit past 60, I think, and just kind of see what's happening down at that level. But yeah, I mean, I'm 90% sure now that this is not the way to go. So we'll probably just go ahead and pick a direction of travel. It would also not be a bad thing if we could simply find a temporal gear so we can repair one of the... Actually, we need 2 temporal gears to repair one of the translocators. Alright, let's turn a little bit here. Do a quick node search here. Nothing there. We're getting the sound of going deep. And of course, there's always the risk that if we go too deep, we'll run into hostiles, and that's always a problem before you have armor. So I'm really looking forward to having armor. But I've wasted is not the right word. I've used all my linen on things like my backpacks, frankly, so far. And the butterfly net. Okay, we'll do a quick probe here. Okay, no ore node there. So let's turn one last time and head downward this way. This is more efficient if you have ladders, of course. Let's just try to dip into the 40s, and into the under 40 area and see what that looks like down there. It would be nice if I could run into a little cave. Not that I'd really want to explore it right now, but it's just good to have those connections. Alright, let's try this one. Quartz cinnabar. There's a large amount of cinnabar nearby, and that's interesting. I think I just heard a water splash sound. Was it this way? I'm just gonna go ahead and poke around a little bit here. Now that we have a ore reading and possible sound of water splashing. Let me check the ore reading again over here. Bear in mind our last... Yeah, so we've got large amounts in both probe locations. I'm guessing that this direction is probably nothing. But let's keep heading down, I guess. Not sure where the cinnabar is. I'm not really that worried about cinnabar. Cinnabar has... Oh, there's the cinnabar. I was about to say cinnabar has very little use in this game, and that's true enough. If I go to cinnabar, and I'm sad this is the case because we can use it as a dye. Okay, I didn't know we could do that. I guess it's the only source of red dye in the vanilla game, and important for some of this furniture stuff. So that's cool. I guess we're gonna have some red furniture. Let me just grab a handful of this. Oh god. Okay, not good, not good. This is not good. I don't have a weapon. Okay. I think if I just kind of get at it. So I'm not liking the drifter sounds. I probably shouldn't have opened up those passages above. I can always block things off with dirt. Okay, I did hear water sound. Alright, let me just do a quick probe over here. I doubt it'll be anything new. Yeah, cinnabar, and that's it. So, nothing new there. Interesting. Okay. 1 second, I'm just having a bite of my rice in real life. By the way, I might play Pal World later. Or I might stream it. We'll see. Good rice. Okay. So, got 10. Let's get 20, and then we'll head back. And I'm still curious where that water splash sound came from. That means there's probably a cave down here somewhere. And I just wish I knew where. I wish there was like a little exploit where I could see through the walls a little bit, or there was maybe a mod. See, this is another thing. I was on my last substantive stream, not the drunk one, but the last good one from last night. I was talking about how the game could improve, And one of the ways I thought was, let's add more steampunky technology towards the mid and end game to help fill out, kind of a progression away from medieval and into steampunk. And I thought that was a good idea, and of course I still think it's a good idea. But, okay, I gotta stop mining this cinnabar. I'm gonna run out of durability on my pickaxe. Let me just go down a little bit more here. See, where is that? Oh, there it is. Okay, so there's the cave. I'm not going deep in here. Okay, we've got the drifter right there. Okay, oh, that scared me. Okay, so we've got the cave figured out, and that's fun. Yeah, this is so deep, though, that any drifters that we encounter here are going to be high level, and that's not going to be good for anybody. So let's get out of here. Let's be prudent and get out of here. And we don't even have a weapon on us, so we need to get out of here, frankly. And also, frankly, I need to get some more copper. But I'm glad we found that cave, at least, so we can come back and look at it when we are able. Now, yeah, the map recorded that cinnabar mine. So we've got that recorded. And it's really not too far away from our ladder system, so that's good. So we'll head back up. And, yeah, I mean, what we need is more copper, frankly. I can chisel down my final tin ingot, and we can use that to make more bronze, but we need the copper to do it, and we only have a little bit of copper. I think we've got like 60 or 70 copper, which would produce, at best, 8 or 9 bronze ingots, which is not bad, but I can definitely be more efficient and do like 20. Okay, so we do have copper up there. That's cinnabar. We'll keep that. And copper there. Let's go down here. Let's get that copper. And let's get rid of some of this peridotite. In fact, one good way to dispose of that would be to make that into that. But I just don't need all this peridotite stone. That's good enough. Okay, so now let's go down and get this copper. As our temporal stability normalizes, hopefully. Yeah, there it goes. It's very near to our blue clay source. Okay, so now we'll go ahead and... Ooh! That's right, there's a big cave here. I don't know how much I've explored in there, but it'd be nice to get in there too. But let's stick to the mission real quick and just get this copper first. Because that's like mission critical, frankly. To use this pickaxe as sort of the last thing I do before it breaks to get some copper. Alright. And there we go. We found it right away. So that is very reassuring. That is a good indication that we're probably going to be okay with regard to tools for a little while. And this is a nice, decent sized looking copper deposit. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe we just stumbled right in the middle of it, but usually yeah, this one looks nice and robust. Too deep is always a good sign. It's usually just one deep. Okay. Right. Alright. Yeah, we're getting tons of copper here, so that's good. And there's drifters. They must be in that nearby cave system, which... Oh, nope, they're right here. Great. Fortunately, they're infighting, I think. Please infight. Ow. Ow. Okay, this is not good. Not good. Okay, now they're fighting. I mean, the good news is if we die here, it really doesn't matter that much because we are so close to home, and there we go. And we don't have the X skills mod to punish us yet, but... Okay, there's another one. Alright, that's probably a wise move there. Alright, let's finish mining up this copper, and we'll deal with him later. We might be able to get around him, we might be able to kill him, but either way, don't need to deal with him while we're still working on the copper. Let's do one thing at a time, finish it, and then do the next thing. Alright, and yeah, we're getting a ton of copper here. This should be enough to keep us going for, you know, 20 or 30 bronze ingots worth. In fact, we can, so if you do the math, 10 has to be 10% of your output for bronze. So you need 90% copper, 10% tin. So if we have one tin ingot, that means we can do 9 copper ingots with it, the equivalent of that in terms of nuggets, to make 10 or so bronze ingots. We might be able to squeeze an 11th out because you can reduce the tin to 8% and it would still work. Okay, so there we go. Let me just double check and see if there's any back here. Alright, I'm not seeing any. Let me just do a quick density search, or node search, I mean. Okay, no node nearby, which is what we want. Okay, there we go. So now that is exhausted. And we can gray that out. And we can run away from this guy. I'm not in a good place to fight right now, so with regard to my health and lack of weaponry. Alright, so let's go ahead and make a copper crucible. That is to say, a bronze crucible, I mean. Make some more copper tools. Alright. These I'm just going to put here. Whatever. Let's grab these cranberries. I'll have those as a snack. And then let's push that button to turn the wireframe off, the macro that we made. Alright. And it is raining. As you can see there. Beautiful. I'm surprised it hasn't rained in a while, so it's kind of nice. Okay, and we do have these cows wandering around. I've got one cow. That's a second cow, right? I need a bull. And this is the bull here. Oh yeah, and that thing, I put... I can't do rice. I ended up putting Come on, bull. Come get me. Let me see if I can change his mind. Okay. I guess he's in the mood to be scared rather than confrontational. Let's see if I can get him now. Okay, he's coming towards me. I don't want to die, but if I do die, it's I'm literally right where I'm going to respawn. like really close to death right now. I really just want that bull to be close enough where he might be tempted to come in here, and then if I put some food in there, that'll tempt the animals to go ahead and make their way in. Alright. Let me check on my crops. They're looking okay. Okay, I think one of... Did I just see the cow, or the bull go in? Or is that just one of the cows stepping on the feeding trough? I think it... Okay, that was just a cow stepping on the feeding trough and lifting up for a second. So we'll see what happens with that. I'll give that some time. I may need to do a little bit more work to get him in the pen. Alright. Oh, incidentally, we can... I haven't done anything with our leather since last time. Let me just go ahead and move this leather now to the next phase. So we scrape that, and then we put it in a weak tannin, and then seal, and then let me start a strong tannin right here. Okay, so that's the leather working. Alright, now is the time to do the bronze. So let's put that away. And do we have the hammer? Yes, okay. And we do have this residual, like, leftover bronze there. But, okay, and then do we have cassiterite? No. Okay. So let me go grab that. And then do we have the chisel? No. So if you take the chisel and you use an ingot that you've found along the way, you can make it into 100% refund of nuggets. So if 20 is 10%, 200 is 100%. So we need 180 copper plus these 20. So we've got that. So let's make a thing, and then we'll see if we can stretch that out and make an 11th ingot worth. But theoretically we need about 180. So there's 127. This will be one. Okay, so we can easily make 11. Can I make 12 ingots? Probably not. Ah, sweet. Okay, I can make 12 ingots. I'm sure I can't make 13, but let's see how far up. Yeah, we can make 1250 is what the math facilitates. Okay, so we'll make 1200, which is a really good outcome, actually. That's a little bit higher than I thought. We could maybe squeeze out 11, but we're getting 12, so that's a good result. And let's get the excess stone out of our inventory if possible. And that's getting pretty full. Yeah, that's actually full now. So now that we have a full crate of chert stone, let's add a second crate and just, oops, keep going from there if I can. I may have to get creative here. There we go. And we'll continue filling that with chert. Alright. And these we can pan. You know, I'm happy to pan through that sand there. I'll put this over in my panning area. I've been a little slacking on the panning, but, you know, I thought, well, we got to use the months of summer for summery things. It's not the best use of our time to go and do too much in the way of you know, non-summery activities if possible. Is it raining on this tile, or is that covered? That is covered. Okay, very good. So we'll go ahead and get that started. This is going to turn into 1200 bronze, which is 12 ingots worth, and we'll pour out much of it. Let me actually take this moment to get these things out. These are the most recent clay molds that we did, and we've got a few finished. So now we've got a Falk's blade thing, which we need to pour into, and we've got a chain link. That's interesting. Does that give us 6 chain links? That'd be surprising. The splitter plugs I wouldn't mind having, but it's not crucial, so I'm not gonna waste the bronze on that. But the lamella mold will start to be more useful, and then we could certainly use more of these as well. So I think what we'll do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ingots, and then 4 tools. So an axe, a shovel, another pickaxe, and a falx, I think is the way to go there. Alright, so coming along nicely. This is our... We also, yeah, we need to... Okay, our base is very exposed, frankly, and we haven't built anything up to, you know, something we could survive in if it got cold out. So we'll definitely want to be starting to think about that. Let's just check on this. We're now at melting temperature right now, so it's going to start melting. We've got 6 more in there. We'll see if that's enough. In the meantime, let me go over here and grab that. Alright. And let's do an onion seed there. That one's almost done. Oh, I did have a couple bronze ingots. Okay, so I could have made some tools or whatever. And we do have enough candles. We could make a lantern. Oh, and I have this, yeah, silver ingots. I made those the other day. So we could use the silver to enhance one of the lanterns that we make and make a brighter lantern. Oh yeah, and I put a few skeps here to see if the bees would swarm, which means that we'll get a few candles out of that. We got a light temporal storm approaching in 8 hours, so that's not good. We don't have the health to really sustain that, although we do have a full batch of cattails regrown now, so we can make bandages. We'll probably have to do that. Alright. Well, that's looking good. I think this is going to get the job done. So I tell you what, let's use the meantime to go get horsetail. I'm going to go get like 16 horsetail. Whoops. Almost fell there. Are these taking... We don't know yet. That one did not, obviously. Where would be the horsetail? I think, isn't there a forest with horsetail over here somewhere? I guess I could look at the map. I wish there was ways I could like paint regions into the map. So I could like paint, you know, forest or whatever. I think I have to go down here for that. So let's see how quickly I can get some horsetail. I'm just gonna head down here. There's a horse, speaking of horsetail, but it's not, the two are not related. Horses don't spawn where there's horsetail. It's just a coincidental naming thing. Okay, we've got wolves. We will die if those wolves get upon us too heavily. We might be able to take one bite of a wolf, but not more than that. So I'm going to avoid them on the way back for sure. But theoretically, the horsetail area should be right up here. I mean, I could have just let myself die, I guess. I'm getting a little bit of lag spike. I think it's with the rain and the lighting changes and everything. It's getting a little heavy for the game to process. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh god. I do not like that sound. Okay. I think we've cleared... I need 16 of these. I don't want to get in that wolf's radius. So let's head this way. It'll be 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, that's good. Now let's head the hell out of here, and let's stay close to the coastline where it's a little bit easier to see predators. And I guess it doesn't hurt to get cattails along the way. Oh yeah, and we got some butterflies. I could show you how to catch a butterfly. Got him. Dead purple emperor. And I thought I saw another one. But he must have escaped. That's fine. One of my ambitions in this game always is to collect all the butterflies, but I never do. I never, it never seems to happen. I just kind of collect a few, and I just kind of don't focus on it too much, and it's just kind of a fun little side thing. But you can make little display cases for your butterflies and stuff. So it's kind of fun. Alright, we're going to go ahead and make this recipe now. And it couldn't hurt to use that to get as full of health as possible. Is that a boar? No, it was a raccoon, okay. I sure do wish I had some armor. There's a moose. I don't want to mess with him right now. There's that one of the wolves that tried to get me earlier. Alright. We're almost back. Get a little bit of sticks on the way back, I guess. Because I do need those for eventually for ladders, but for now, just to help continue with my tool production. Okay. So I'm guessing that the bronze should be about ready, so let's grab our tongs, which I think I've now placed over here. And then we'll grab our thing here, if it's ready, and it is. Okay, so we'll do the falx and pickaxe, shovel, axe, and then the rest will be ingots. Okay, and there we have an empty crucible, and I can set this down somewhere. Can I set this here? No, I need too high. Here? Oh, I can. That's almost bugged, but whatever. Okay. The storm's in 5 hours. That means it'll be no, it means it'll be 1 o'clock in the morning when the storm hits, which is not ideal at all. Alright, let's put this coal away at least. And then, just trying to think of what else we can do. I'm going to put this cinnabar in here with the quartz. Got a couple quartzes there as well. Can I put the butterfly on the ground? I'm curious. No, I cannot. Alright, so I'm gonna put... I guess I'll put the butterfly... This is gonna be like a miscellaneous chest for now. The slate, I don't have a crate dedicated to that yet, so I'm gonna make... we're just storing crate and granite in here so far. Alright, well I guess... I mean, I could sleep a little bit. What you can do is, yeah, if you don't want to get the full night of sleep, you can just right-click, and then you left shift to exit. So wait until it gets to be about midnight here. And then we'll quickly press left shift. And then we've got about an hour until the temporal storm there. All these should be cool now. So it's a nice way to pass time. Unfortunately, there's not much we can do about the lighting situation for now, but what we can, of course, do that is crucial is that we can absolutely make a Falx and all these tools. And that is rice grain, okay, right. And pickaxe. There we go. Not sure really why I'm carrying this wood around so much, but that's fine. Our health is okay. I'm maybe gonna hold off on using these poultices until I need to. Let me just see what we've got going on for linen. Nah, nothing even worth thinking about. Okay, so the only other thing that I really want to do probably before the storm hits is grab my spears, and I've got quite a few of them. A decent amount of flint spears, but a surprisingly decent number of copper. Alright, so we're all equipped, and I think I'm just gonna do this one from up here again, I guess. I guess I'll use these up, I might as well. Okay, so 12 minutes till the storm. Take a sip of this Monster energy drink, and then we'll get ready for it. My cat has decided to join me for this. Okay. Here we go. Alright. Okay, we've got some guys. And I can hit them from here, which is nice. But then they run away, so we'll see what happens with that. I don't mind those guys running away. I would jump down to pursue a double-headed, because that's who's going to give me the temporal gear. And there'll probably be at least one. There almost always is. And I want them to start fighting themselves too, for sure. And if I walk around a little bit, I can avoid some of the rock damage. The rock damage is fairly minor, but it does add up. So let's hope we don't get too much of it there. Oh, there's a tainted, okay. See if I can get this guy. Got him. And we've got a deep. And we've got a surf, or another deep. Okay, he's gonna die. Okay. This Falx should be, oops, better than my prior weapon, which was a copper. This one's a bronze, so it should be better. Nice. See if I can harvest this guy from up here. It looks like I can. Nice. Tier 4, they, you know, there's a not horrible chance that they would drop a gear. A tier 3 here as well. And a tier 2. I don't think the rock damage changes based on the tier. I think only the melee damage does. Could be wrong. Oh, we're out of food. Shit, I forgot to think about that. I may need to run and grab some if this rice runs out. Okay, now let's keep experimenting with harvesting from up here. This is a fairly decent setup. I mean, the game, so they did add that rock throwing mechanic. Okay, this is a nightmare. I thought that was a nightmare. Okay, it's a corrupt. That's a tier 4. The rock throwing mechanic was added. It's pretty effective at, oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Pretty effective at getting people to not just stand up on, oh, there's a double-headed. That's what I want. I need you. I won't let this one leave. He almost got me. Okay, he's dead. There's a corrupt. That's tier 4. I gotta kill him to get to the double-headed to harvest. Okay, let's see if I can get a little window in here to harvest these guys. See what we get. I love getting the linen too, so I want to get plenty of kills on these guys so I can get some armor or whatever that I can make with the linen. But for now, what's that? Oh, that's purple heart sapling. Okay, right. Okay, we're getting a little bit of, taking a little bit of damage, and I'm gonna try to mitigate and minimize that so we can sustain ourselves longer in this fight. Oop. I almost forgot about those purple heart saplings. Okay. We haven't even used our spears hardly at all. Well, unfortunately, I can't reach down there to harvest that. Or kill. I mean, I can kill this guy from here, because he came up. So let's maybe stay over here if possible. I don't mind getting some rusty gears. I mean, we haven't done much in the way of shopping in this playthrough yet. Oh, there's a double-headed. Okay, I do want to kill him, but it's a little bit dangerous right now. If he would just come over here, that would be great. Okay. I do not believe he can hit me directly with melee. Of course, if I'm wrong, he will probably one-shot me. Okay, he's dead. That is amazing. So we've got 2 double-headeds, which is awesome. And that is a tainted, so that's tier 3, not kind of mid-range. They look tougher than they are because they've got all those little wiry things. But it's the double-headeds that are the real ones. So now we have officially enough temporal gears to repair one of the translocators, which would be awesome. Just grab these spears real quick and let's harvest this guy. Storm is waning. Oh, shit. Fortunately, that was not a double-headed. Had that been a double-headed, we would have been probably dead. Okay, and we did get murdered there. You know, I'm not too unhappy about that. You know, obviously you don't want to die, but since we're right at home and there's not really any consequence, and we didn't lose out on loot because we really did a pretty good job getting the types of drifters killed that we needed to get good loot. So, not too worried about that. Alright, let's, I need to find my Falx. Where did that go? There it is. Okay. So we might have a real quick opportunity to kill like 1 or 2 more if they're just kind of walking around, but either way it's like morning. Yeah, the game, the vanilla game doesn't have any real penalty for dying, so you know, normally I'm a little bit sad when I die, but this time I'm not. That one I really I'm gonna be tempted to remove that gravestone, but I believe that's the 4th time. Yeah, as you can see, 16 more uses of my temporal gear, which means it's the 4th time I've died. which is correct from my recollection as well. Okay, did that swarm yet? No, it has not. Okay. So let's put these away. And let's go do the translocator. I mean, maybe we'll get lucky and get zapped to a place that has a bunch of iron. That'd be awesome. Alright. So, let's get this linen put away. And so that's not a bad supply of linen. I think we can do the final backpack at the very least. Finally. So what we need for that is we need, what is it, 24? We need 6 times 3, is it 6 times, I think we need 36 cattail. So let's see if we can get that. We need a little bit of firewood. We need one of our reed baskets. This knife might run out. Wouldn't mind making a metal knife. 10. I should probably harvest these every time they come to full growth. It's just so useful having cattails. It's one of the most important basic things in the game, ingredient-wise. Alright, that's going to be 22. We're going to get at least 24. I don't remember how many of these things we have, but it's... Oh, shoot. Okay. Sorry, I gotta send a text real quick. Okay. And... So I don't remember how many cattails we have, but theoretically it'd be really nice if it was 36. Although our need for cattails for purposes of making backpacks is about to be essentially done. By the way, I haven't had a 4th slot on my back for a while because I thought it would remind me to use the back slot to pick up the reed trap. In fact, I almost forgot to do this, but I can't figure out how to pick up the reed trap. Or whatever it's called. Reed basket trap. So let me look this up. Use right click with a vacant backpack slot to pick up the triggered trap. Okay, so it's just right click with the vacant backpack slot. Alright, so that's how you do it. I'm sure that the reed trap is not currently set off. Ooh, if this is 35, I'm gonna be so pissed. Oh no, it's exactly 36. That's cool. That's exactly the number I need. Okay. So now we take these, I'm gonna go like so, and there's 6 rope. Then we'll do that, and oh, we may not have enough. We may need one more linen. How we could get one more linen from panning real quick. All right, let's do that. Control X and see how long this takes. Alright, we're not quite getting it yet. In fact, we're not getting hardly anything yet. We're getting some... Oh, I think we're getting the sand, aren't we? Yeah, I think we were just doing the sand. What we need to get onto is the bony soil, really. But we're almost there. Okay, so not a lot of return so far. I think we're still on the sand. So once we get through that, the sand we only had 2 blocks to get through, so that would have been 16 little pans. But now we're I don't mind getting a little bit of copper there either. That's fine. But theoretically, at some point, we're going to start getting linen, or flax fibers, I mean, and that'll be great. And that shouldn't be too long. There we go. That's what we need. So that is really all we needed to get. But couldn't hurt to just do a few more pans real quick. Okay. Let's be done with this one. Okay. And I'll just manually do that last one there. Alright, there we go. So we got rid of that chert soil, and yeah, I think so. Now what we can do is do that. And I'm just getting some of this stuff put away real quick. I can put that away. For some reason, you know, I just was lazy and I threw it on the ground like that. But, you know, we've got a nice collection of both of these objects here, as well as these here. And we can put this metal. Whoops, what did I do? Blue clay? Did I take a clay out? Yeah, I did. Okay. Put that in there. Put the bones and the linen, or the arrowheads, I mean, in here. Alright, and that should be good. Now, if I go like this, we can go to the backpack recipe. Oh, I guess I didn't. Oh yeah, I did. Okay. So that makes sense, because now that I'm looking at the difference between these two recipes, it's that extra thing, which is the difference between that and that. So it makes complete sense. They're both the same cost. I need the 2 firewood. There we go. Okay, so we'll put that there. Oh, you know what? We need the reed basket. I keep forgetting to have things in my inventory. Alright. Okay, and bada bing, bada bang. There we go. We finally got a full set of inventory packs. Now, incidentally, these do upgrade. It's an ingredient for that, which requires just a huge infusion of linen, which in turn is an ingredient for the tall leather backpack, which requires leather. But as you can see, oh, actually, oh, that's interesting. Oh, okay, we could be doing leather backpacks instead of linen this whole time. Well, that's fine. Is that the height of packs then? Let me just, I'm just curious what's it. Okay, basic, mega. What's mega? You take a super. Okay, this just adds absurd amounts of space, but that's fine in the late game. I don't mind that. That, we need to add. Okay, so from a basic linen, we need a lapis lazuli. Basic linen stems from tall linen, which is what was the next step. So basically, the tall linen is just the mini linen plus more. So, long story short is there's a whole procedure that allows us to improve our backpacks, and it takes a while, but we can definitely do that. I'm just going to take that for food. Should be fine. Okay. And right. I don't need these woods. Let's start a wood repository there. I'll take the 3 temporal gears. Now, do I want to do that one or do I want to do that one? The problem is I don't remember which one. Well, I already started to repair this one, I think, over here. So let's do that one. And let me also fix my trap over here, because I think I put... Let's see, that's rice. I need non-rice grain, and I think I put a blueberry in there, and that's just not going to cut it. So, because that's all I had on me. Is it completely... There we go. I don't know why it wouldn't take that earlier, but there we go. So we'll see if that ever catches a chicken. Theoretically, the chickens are still back here somewhere. Is this the bull? No, it's a cow. I don't really care about the cow. I will say this. I am finding it more difficult to use the reed basket trap than... Did I kill these people, or I don't know. I'm finding it more difficult to use the reed basket trap than just to do the conventional method of trapping and capturing animals, which is build the pen and lure them into it. Okay, here is where the translocator I'm going for is, I think. And the music cuts out nicely there. And here we go. And yeah, this is the one I already put the metal parts in, so we just need the 3 temporal gears now. 1, 2, that one went up there, and then the third one goes in there. Alright, and that is warping space-time, so just give it a second here. And once it starts... Okay, now let's go ahead and see where we go. Bear in mind our prior coordinates were pretty much like a lot of zeros and very, very low numbers. Okay, so this is a very cluttered space, but here we are quite a bit to the south and west. Several thousand, actually. So that is a nice distance, and we've got a enigmatic spire, which is a teleportation network thing. We've got a trader right there, and this looks to be maybe peridotite into granite. So basically we want to make our way this way. We've got olving right here as well, so I'll mark that. Doesn't hurt to have a little bit of olving, but I don't want to spend all day mining that. Okay, so let's break apart some of this junk. Grab all that stuff, grab that crate. I do like having some crates, it's nice. And I do have a chest on me, right? Yeah, so I have the ability to store an additional inventory's worth of stuff at some point. Let's grab those, and let's see what's in here. Some lime, which is nice. The flint we don't need a lot of, but I won't mind it. Nothing in there. Grab that, then that's nice. Okay, let's chop that out. Get that. See if that shelf pops down. Oh, the stone rubble, that's a vanilla bug that's been around for a while, and it's just like this invisible clutter block, and it's not textured for some reason. I'm not sure why. A little sloppy. Okay, but anyway, that is that. We're at 48 deep, which is problematic. I'm just gonna poke my head over here and see if there's anything. Frankly, I don't need the saltpeter right now. Oh, I should do a probe. Wow, that's interesting. That's an interesting structure. I'm deeply concerned about drifters, is what I'm concerned about. And the problem is this is going the wrong direction. So I'm gonna, it's not to say that I wouldn't explore this some other time. Fortunately, I think that saltpeter might actually prevent drifters spawning. Okay, we've got cassiterite. I've got to take it. I need it. Oh, and it's in with some zinc too. That's interesting. I feel so vulnerable mining here without armor, but I have to do it. I just need the resources. This 10 is gonna... Oh shit. This 10 is gonna do a lot for me. and this is a nice underground vein. This is actually the first underground vein of anything that I've mined, which means that it's bigger in its scope than a surface deposit would be. Okay, hold on one second. I've got to send a quick message to somebody. I'll be just about 12 seconds here. Okay, sorry about that. Thank you for the patience. Okay, this one is a tier 3, so we've got to be more careful with these guys. Nice that they're down there, though, I will say that. Okay, he's gone. Be something if I got another temporal gear, wouldn't it? So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to get a little bit more of this of these minerals, and then we're going to head back toward the translocator. I'm going to do a probe over there where it's a little bit safer, and then we will start mining our way out of here towards the coast. Maybe, oh, okay. Did that just pop the whole... Yeah, it did. Okay. Do I have a knife? Yes, I do. We're about to run out of food here, too. Yeah, one of the next things they can do to improve this game is increase the diversity of the enemies as well. Okay, that one's gone. So I need to, like, seriously end this right now. As much as I would love to sit here and get these minerals, I do not have... Okay, and there's the hunger coming in, which is exactly what I don't need right now. Boy, that meal is worth more than an entire health bar. Okay, so let's just... I don't know, maybe a couple more, and then let's head out. We don't have the luxury to sit here and mine all day. But I've got those two things marked, both zinc and tin. I did get some gains there. Why is that not disappearing? It's bizarre. Whatever. Okay, and I think we go this way. I think it's just this way, right? And then back this way. Perfect, okay. So now that we're back to the relative safety of this translocator, it's not safe at all, by the way, but safer. We'll go ahead and do one quick probe. Let's just 1, 2, 3, and this will surely tell us about sphalerite and cassiterite. It has chromite as well, interestingly enough. And a little emerald. Okay, so we want to go this way. So I'm just going to go like this. Sorry, I had to send another text. Okay, now we're at 50. The world height is probably about, you know, 138 or so. And so theoretically, I think we'll be okay if we just more or less go right through up here. I mean, this is going to be kind of a tight squeeze, but yeah, here's what we didn't find when we did the probing, as we didn't find any iron, unfortunately. But we'll do more probes while we're over here in this new environment. This is much hotter. As you can see, it's summer, it's 35 degrees. That could be a function of how deep I am. But once we get to the surface, I suspect it'll be quite a bit hotter than the my earlier spawn location, because it's so much farther south. I mean, this is like 3,000, or at least 2,300 farther south than where I was, which is a, usually you get translocators that send you 700 or 800 blocks away. This to get 3,500 one direction and 2,300 the other, minus a couple hundred or whatever, is pretty substantial. All right, getting up to the 70 region here, which should start to find less temporal instability at some level. Now, if I were really ambitious, I could, get permanent light sources and line this tunnel, but I don't have the resources for that right now, so we're going to have to live with the fact this is going to be a dark tunnel for a while. And we might change direction here and take a right. I think that makes the most sense. So how about like 2 more blocks over, and then we'll take a right. 1, and then this will be 2. Right there. And I'm just going to do 1 status quo, and then we'll do the turn here. So I left a little extra space there in case there's like a gravel collapse or something when we get up there. And we're going up to... let's see, so we need another 30 or 40 to go. I think we'll be okay with this pickaxe. I mean, I'm very happy we found this translocator, so that is good, but without armor, it doesn't make sense to explore caves, generally speaking. I've already taken a lot of chances in that regard, and even the translocator is a little bit daunting, and the only reason I'm alive right now is because I have doubled my hit points, which I think everybody should do. I just think that should be the default number of hit points that the player starts with. I think it's so squishy to let the player start with that, with the few amount of hit points that they do, especially in light of wolf and bear attacks, which are, pretty notorious in this game. All right. So we're at 107. And 112. And we're getting just to the area where we're going to be under this landmass. If we get too deep into it, I can easily turn left again. And hold on 1 second. Okay, so we're getting very close to the surface now, and I think, let's just get back on the map real quick. Yeah, this will lead right over to that trade post there, in what appears to be a little bit of a desert, or like a sand, rocky kind of desert, which is something a little bit different than we're used to seeing. If it is a gravel biome, it will be very easy to detect ore there, so that's kind of convenient. Okay, we got about 15 blocks to go here. 15 coordinates, that is, not blocks. I mean, each coordinate is 3 blocks, basically, so 45, if you will, but now we're coming up on 10, which is 30. And this is going to be perfect. Okay, and it looks like we made it to some dirt here. which is super convenient. Okay, and we came out with some flax right away, so that's convenient. Okay, let's get rid of all these peridotes. Absolutely worthless. Absolutely worthless. No point in holding on to those whatsoever. Festive cat mask, that's fun. It's in terrible condition though, but you know, that's a fun little piece of clothing or whatever that we got there. Okay. Get rid of that dirt and that. Okay. I think we're good there. Alright, let me mark this entrance, and I'm gonna make this that color, and I'm gonna make it that. So now we know that that leads to that. And incidentally, I do want to keep track of my translocators. Now that this one's repaired, we are going to change its color, and I'll start color coding them. So the first one, let's just make it that color. To southwest, I'm going to say TLA at 126 to the southwest. So that tells me translocator A at 126 height to the southwest. And it's that third color over. Oh shit. What the fuck? Oh, okay. That one I'm just gonna delete. Okay, so now we've, yeah. So now when we go over to this one, at 42 home, and I'll save that. Okay, so now we've got that color coded and it's fairly clear. Now I do want to check this out over here, and I want to check this out over here. Those are two of the main places of interest. One second, guys. I just got to send one quick text message. Okay. So let's go check out this trader, and it's to the west, so let's just head that way. It is 6:20, and then frankly, it's getting late enough in the season. What is this? This is peridotite. Let me just do a real quick probe. It's getting late enough in the season where it's starting to get dark quite a bit earlier. There is more olivine there, so I mark that. Do one there. And okay, so we've got sphalerite, chromite, etc. Alright, so I think what we'll do is probably need to sleep. So I'm thinking maybe just go to the trader and sleep. There's a little bit of challenging terrain, but is that the trader? It sure is. Okay, so that's pretty easy to find actually. And what are these little animals? Are they rabbits or that's a fox? And still peridotite sand. Blue clay. No real change in like temperature like based fauna or flora so far that I'm able to see. Eventually, if you go far enough south, you do get some changes though. Let me just do a probe here. 2. And 3. Alright, this is this Valerite area. I mean, we probably really need to just move farther away to get any progress in that. This is a survival goods. So that is now marked, and he would sell us dogs, a German Shepherd. That's cool. But I don't think I have anything near enough to. Oh, it's only 7. I've got 5. Oh, he would give me a hunting dog for 4. That's very tempting. He would buy steel for 3. That's almost not worth it. Bread, leather. Ooh, 2 leather per gear. That's not bad. Flax twine we would need quite a bit of, but eventually that's pretty easy to make. I think I will go ahead and buy this hunting dog. Well, whatever, let's buy. Okay, so we've now got a hunting dog. Now I'm going to go ahead and take that home with me, but that is a good acquisition. So, and then this is granite here, but I'm just going to mark it as a cave. Well, it's very tempting to like go across this desert, but let's sleep for the night. It is about 8 o'clock, and oops, this guy probably has a nice bed that'll give me, you know, a full 10 hours or whatever, so let's do that. Yes, he does have one of these good beds. 8.5 hours. And we'll see what happens when we wake up, but I do want to get over to this. And I could just do that. Problem is I want to get away, you know, from where I've been before so I can do better probing. I feel like that's back in the same direction. I don't know. Ooh. That's an interesting ridge line there if I go due north. Alright, let's go due north. We'll come around, we'll do a spiral. I'll do a little bit of probing up here. We'll wait to do probing until we get down here. Alright, let's do that. And then maybe we can come back this way and swing back home. Alright, this is a good exploration journey, and this is one of the last real times of the year that you want to be doing exploration journeys. It's August, or it's now September as of today. So it is fall, or it's going to be fall. Let's just quickly mark this cave. And let's do a quick probe here. I'll do a node search. I'm not going to do a full probe because I've done one too close by, but as you can see that there is copper. Okay, so that doesn't register, but I'll just put copper detected. Alright, and then okay, sorry about that. Now let's head this way, and there's some chickens. Awesome. Okay, and I gotta start thinking about dinner. I guess maybe I'll just make a pizza. I'm waiting on a paycheck. It's a little bit behind schedule because I moved recently. I think they had to update the address. Anyway, the point is that I got a budget for a day or two. Okay. Let's I'm not going to explore hardly any of these caves. It's just not my prerogative right now. There's nothing in a cave here that's going to be different from a cave back home. And so my time is better spent here just getting resources that are a little bit more elusive back home, doing a little bit of probing and exploration for things like iron. If I found iron, I would definitely cave. And then, looking around the surrounding area. And then hopefully I'll only spend a couple days here, and then I can get back home. Let's do one probe here. So that's just more sphalerite. Alright, looks like some copper here. I don't mind grabbing that. It's never a bad thing to have additional copper. And that'll mark it on the map for me. And that's not a bad little surface collection of it either. That's 9. It's half an ingot's worth. Alright. And as you can see, the ground is starting to go a little bit miscolored, which is kind of a wintry looking thing. Now, one thing we will prioritize when we get back home is starting to build a winter shelter. We don't really have anything built at all. In fact, this is one of the most ill-prepared playthroughs I've ever done. But it's very easy to put up a basic shelter, and we don't have to move everything in the shelter. We can keep a lot of stuff outside. But I want to get the shelter up so I have a place to sleep in the winter. And I want to make it nice. I don't want it to just be some little kind of pre-built little modular thing. I want it to be like my own custom made thing. Okay, here's a few butterflies. I'm going to grab these guys if I can. Where's the other one? Well, I got one there. I don't know where the other one's. Oh, there's one. And you left click on these. Oh, he's still eluding me. And I guess I'm not quite in range to get him. Oh, here we go. Come on. Come on, game. There we go. And well, 2 butterflies is nice. There was a third one, but he seems to have fluttered off, so to speak. And yeah, this is like the most boring rock layers I've ever seen. And it's a little bit rough terrain to traverse as well, so we're just kind of making our best passage through here. I want to probably go up there maybe. Let's make these into ladders. The ladders will help a lot with our traversing of this area. Okay. And you get these like standalone pine trees that look humongous on the minimap, and just because they kind of look, they take up a big, you know, space. Oh, here's a resin. I'm not gonna bother carrying that resin back home, but it's nice to know that it's there. And that looks to be a sand to gravel distinction there in the distance. I guess we can come down here. And I suppose we could do a probe right about here. Let's do that. So we'll go one here, one here, and one right about there. Bismuth. Now we are getting minuscule hematite finally, so that's encouraging, I guess. If we can get a nice percentage of it, we would absolutely be thrilled, because we are still lacking that. In fact, this is one of the most delayed gratification iron finds that I'm ever gonna have, because it's so I'm like unusually far behind in finding my iron. Normally I've found it by now in a world, so I mean, you're just gonna have that variety sometimes. Let's do another probe here. Okay, so we've got bismuthite and still minuscule minuscule hematite. So what we're gonna do then is, okay, we don't necessarily want to go too far much. I don't know if I want to go that way. I mean, my original plan was to go along here, down to here. But, well, I don't know. Should I do that? I feel like this is bad for my ability to find iron, and frankly, that looks like a very not easy to pass through area. So I'll just change it up. We'll go this way. Here's some Thule. I don't know how to pronounce that. I should look that up. Let's look it up before I forget anything else. Is there a disambiguation? Okay. Am I not spelling it correctly? Oh, I'm not at all spelling it correctly. So, Thule. There we go. There we go. Thule. Yeah, Thule. Okay, it's just Thule. Is a giant species of sedge in the plant family Cypers, native to freshwater marshes in North America. Okay, so it's just a freshwater marsh. Freshwater marsh plant. Okay, so let's get out of that. I think we've got enough information on that, and then let's continue heading this way. Thule. I'll have to remember that. It's counterintuitive for me to pronounce something that way, because I have like a bias of like Latin pronunciation. I literally mean the language Latin. I don't mean like Latin culture, but like Latin language pronunciation bias, and Latin language has a very specific way of pronouncing things, and I think it's beautiful. I think it's like arguably like the best and most coherent pronunciation system, but so I'm a little bit biased. And there's the same type of butterfly from earlier, which is nice because they stack. And there's an interesting little geographical feature ahead that's like kind of a, come on bitch, there we go, meadow brown. I gotta maybe think about stopping with the butterflies. But we need to do another oh, hold on. Oh, I thought that was limestone. Damn. Okay. And we need to eat as well, so let's do that real quick. Grab that back. And I'm just looking for a good place to do a probe. I guess maybe up here, but I'm sad I should have done one right back there, even though it would have been slightly difficult. Let me just do one at this little rock outcrop. Is this a this looks like an impact site. That is super sus. And I need iron to break it, but I've marked it on the map now. Got a little star there, so that's good. I like that marking. That's very noticeable. Okay, I'm gonna stop with the butterflies for now, even though there's a ton of them. All right, let's do a probe. So I'll do one, and then we'll do here. This will be two. And then 3 will be here, and there's a ruin right there. That's nice. Tons of emerald in this place. A little bit of gold. That's nice to see that, I guess. Alright, let's just break these up. And do I want to start gathering that? No. No, we'll leave that. Go ahead and mark this ruin on the map. Let's see if there's another trader nearby. Because our first trader was right down here. So it wouldn't surprise me if there's a trader somewhere in this vicinity, but I don't see one. Gotta keep heading south, I suppose. Maybe a little bit this way too. Yeah, here's another part of that ruin. Ooh, I kind of want that butterfly, though. It's a pretty one. Alright, let's get this one, and then we'll get our chest out. Okay, come on. Come on, Mr. Butterfly. You know you want me to collect you? Come on, son of a bitch. Come on, I had you. I had you. Alright, it's going over the water. Last chance. Oh, okay, it's eluded me. That's fine. So we've done a probe here, right? Yeah, well, somewhere. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's, it couldn't hurt to do another one. Okay, so this one we've got a little cinnabar and emerald. And we'll come down here. Oh, I'll leave that one. More tule there. Okay, here's more flax. I mean, one nice thing about this expedition is we're getting a ton of this flax. And sometimes it's mature, oftentimes it's just the seed. But either way, you know, we're getting a decent amount of linen, which is great, plus more seeds, which is going to ultimately be good, although not necessarily this season. I could, I need to like work out the new not greenhouse, high fertility soil into terra preta mechanic. I've found 42 high fertility soil so far. In fact, I should be on the lookout for that more often, including right now. Let's do another probe here. Oh, I didn't go far enough. There we go, and then this one. Okay, quite a bit of copper starting to come into the picture there. It's a beautiful mountain. It's a little rough of an area to settle in, but it's nice to visit, you know. We're getting a lag spike here. So I'll let that pass real quick. Maybe I should make chocolate chip cookies tonight. I think I will. I bought some chocolate chips and I've been like snacking on them a little bit, and I want to make cookies before I eat too many of the chocolate chips to make it worth it, if you know what I'm talking about. All right, so heading back this way, we got these giant pillar looking structures here. There's a big ruin. If it had an ore thing, I would take it, maybe. That's just a natural thing there. So I'll mark this. Alright. There's a trader right there. Oh, fuck. So it looks to be up there, frankly. I mean, I guess let's go over here and see if there's any reasonable way of getting over there and up there. And see, kind of get a gauge how far away it is and stuff. Alright. I think this game could also, I mean, look, nobody would doubt this one, but I'm sure everybody would love a little bit more animal diversity. The problem is the mods that have come out have been very basic, and they've created new animals, but they don't, like, have any unique behaviors or whatever, so... Oh man, this trader would be so difficult to access. If I had a stack of dirt, I could just nerd pull up, but we do not have anything close to enough ladders to make that viable. So I think we're probably just gonna have to forget about that one, but I'm making a little bit of progress climbing here. I mean, if we get high enough, I guess I'd consider it, but yeah, and I need to do something to manage my inventory. Actually, we're getting a decent amount of height on this foothill parkour. Yeah, it's not terrible. Actually, that's not outrageously off. Let's see, I've got this number of ladders. 13. If I got up there, I could get pretty well... Alright, let's try. I did not anticipate getting this high up just from the foothill. So the fact that we did better than we thought gives us one reasonable chance here. Now, before I do that, let's go ahead and consolidate our inventory into this chest. So what we're going to do, I'm going to put all the junk items and the butterflies in here for sure. That dog as well. Actually, I'm going to get rid of those. And put that in there. Keep those out. Put the ores in there for now. I don't know why I brought some of this stuff. I could have gotten rid of this. Whatever. Okay. All right. Okay, so now what we're going to do is... There we go. That. I've got 6 more. Let's save that one for later. Let's save it for here, actually. Alright. Nice little cave, I guess. It's an interesting mountaintop if we can get up here. That's for sure. Okay, let's build that there, and then one there, and I have to jump for that one. Okay, can we parkour the rest of the way? It's a little bit treacherous. Okay, let me go back to where I was. Okay, let's try this again. This time I'll hold the control button. I'm like so terrified of dying. If I take the occasional okay, I think we've made it. Yeah, we made it. Sweet. All right, we actually fucking made it up this mountain and made it to this trader. All right, so we'll see what kind of alpine fellow is here building mats. Okay, so he would sell us, you know, the typical building mats stuff. And, yeah, I think it might be worth taking a look right through here. This is very, very high in the world. This is like very, very near to the limit. I think the limit might be 320 or something. I can't remember. I think that's what we set it at. So this is like about as tall as you get from natural generation. Oof, lag spike. That's the music again. All right. Well, it's a nice little scenic valley area here in the mountain. A little cave there. I do not see much value in continuing on in this mountain, even though it's a really interesting biome thing to keep going that way. But I mean, it's not a bad place. It'd be cold to settle here, you know. But I just don't think there's much value to continue exploring it. So let's head down this way. I guess if we needed some ice, we could grab it. So maybe get a stack of ice real quick. Ice is, you know, got some minimal utility in this game. It's not nearly as useful as it is in Minecraft, for example. But and frankly, there are some mods that make it more useful for like your freezers and your things like that. But that's not the case in just normal play. So I'm gonna get a stack, I guess. And this is glacier ice, and there are two other types of ice. There's blue ice and lake ice, I think. I don't know exactly the technicals on that. All right, so that's a stack of ice. Very lovely. Okay. And one nice thing about a glacier is that you do see these imperfections in the landscape a little bit more easily. Okay, so if we got a trader there and a trader there, we would expect, you'd almost expect a trader up there, but at the very least you'd expect one down here somewhere. So let's see if we can make our way down there to find a place to sleep for the night. Yeah, and you're not going to find much wildlife up here. I mean, it's not a bad start to mountain generation mechanics. I will say that that particular mountain is probably what they could do to improve that would be add a little bit of mountain-specific fauna and flora, I guess. Okay. Okay, that's a big drop. Is there any place where there's a little ledge? Or am I going to have to take a plunge? I think I'm going to have to take a plunge. Or a dig. I'm going to have to dig. I think it's the only realistic way to not die from this. I could do the thing where you jump and then you place a block down as you're falling at a certain height that's controlled, so it breaks up the fall quite a bit. But I just don't want to deal with that right now, so I'm going to dig and see how close to the ground I can get from digging. And see if there's any ledges. Not quite yet. I'm going to go a little bit further here. And then we should be close enough to fall. Let's go here. And it is getting late, so I definitely need to, when I get down here, I definitely need to rush to find the next trader, for sure. Okay, is that close enough? I'm gonna go a little bit further. Unfortunately, this is using up quite a bit of this axe, isn't it? Let's do a probe here. I keep forgetting to do probing. Cassiterite. High cassiterite, actually. Which is not always the case. Alright. So I made it down here without taking a single point of damage, which is maybe a little overly cautious. And we're now back at that like foothill area kind of height. Oh, that's a pretty view. It's still very high up though, isn't it? Okay, do we see the trader? Any traders? I don't see them yet. But let's continue heading down. I think this is probably a good place to do that. Heading down in elevation. Yes. Very good. I'll head this way a little bit laterally as well. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. All right. A lot easier getting down than it is going up. That's for damn sure. Okay. Oh, that's the first time we've taken fall damage, and that was one of the easiest ones. Got a little maybe overconfident there towards the end. All right, it is dark out now, which is not great, but we'll be fine. We'll make do. All right, we'll take that. Ooh, a little bit of gold there too. All right. Now, I need to, that's an interesting coloration on those prospector points. I mean, this is the right direction to be facing, more or less. I just need to head, especially more east, so let's see if I can get through here. Okay. I guess we'll go this way. Wow, this live stream has gone 2 hours. Christ. I'm not mad about it. I just didn't realize it had been that much time. Alright, so, looking for any guidance. There's the trader right there. Okay. As much as I want to check out these trees, I'm like very interested to see what kind of tree this is. Is this just a big oak tree? Let me go check out the tree real quick, and then we'll go to the trader and sleep. I know it's very hard to see, but if it's a redwood, which I don't think it is, that would be worth noting. I think it's just a big old oak tree, honestly. I think it's that. And I know you can't really see that very well, but well, you see it about as well as I do, I guess. Alright, so this tree that... Well, okay, that's a big oak tree right there. I think what's happening is because it's fall, or coming into fall, we're getting some different colors. Is this just a big pine tree then? I think it's just a big pine tree. Yeah, it's just a big pine tree. Okay. Interesting. Oh, no, maybe it's a walnut. That's what it is. Okay. We don't have walnut yet, do we? Wonder how many this will boy, that's going to be a lot of breakage on this. I really want the walnut seeds though, so I guess I'll go for it, but this is going to significantly damage this tree. I really don't want the walnut wood that much. I want the seed. This is a humongous tree. And now it's quite a bit smaller. Alright, let's see if there's a walnut seed for me. Anywhere. It's nice to refresh the sticks quite a bit there. I mean, I don't mind having the walnut wood. It's just not what I ultimately want. I mean, it is a lot of wood, which you can never have too much of in this game. Let's just get the rest of this tree down. We just about got a little over half the axe. Now we're down to, okay, there's a walnut seed. That's good. Okay, so I think that was worth coming up here just to get, I mean, ultimately, if you're doing like a completionist kind of thing on this game, you definitely want one of each type of tree, right? So, getting walnuts is good. I only got one seed out of that. That's bananas. Nope, there's a second one. Okay. Well, 2 seeds is respectable. I could replant, but I don't think I need to. I think that's another one there. Okay, we already got that trader. So let's head to this guy for the night. Nice little fire clay patch. I'll go ahead and mark that the lupine flowers. I haven't seen that many of the lupines actually in this playthrough so far, which normally is pretty ubiquitous. So I'm not really sure if that's an issue with the biome or what, but it's not a huge deal. They're just kind of nice. Is that a fox? It's a fox kit. Tameable, in other words. I'll avoid the drifters for now, and no need to fight them. That's just rye. I don't need that. For flax, I'd get it, of course. Man, it's gonna be nice to have light again once we get down to this trader. It's really interesting how these little granite stones populate. They look more substantive than the chert in the biome that I'm currently in. Alright. We've wandered right into a temporal rift. Temporal rift activity is very high right now in this area. Let's do a probe here. There we go. And boom. Cinnabar still. So nothing doing on the hematite. Okay, it's basically just right over here. We should be able to see the impression, the light soon. I'm actually surprised that there haven't been more fruit trees in this area either. I wonder if that's a function of biome or altitude or what, but I'm not really sure. Just mushrooms. Oh, a little copper. Just one, I think. But this guy didn't have any lights, did he? Oh, his door was closed. He does have an iron lantern. And he is a building mats, so again, same as the one up there. So nothing very creative or exciting, frankly. Ooh, I probably should have eaten first. Probably take a little hunger damage here when we wake up. It'll probably be about 4 or 5 in the morning. Perfect. And nice and light out, so that's what we want. In fact, it's beautiful. Look at that color panoply there. That's gorgeous. I'm going to check this blurb on the map out. Is it just that maple tree? I think it's just a maple tree. I think we're just getting some different colors because it's turning into fall. I believe that's a maple. Yeah. But we've got flax. And rye. Alright, well, I need to start circling back toward where we came from, so if I were to go east here, that'd probably be best. So let's kind of vaguely, diagonally start leaning that direction. Oh, got to send one more message. Quartz not worth marking, I don't think. We got some cows. You know, it's interesting. We haven't seen that much animal activity in this area. Okay. A little bit of copper. Oops. There's a horse. Some beautiful white horses over there. This sunset or sunrise is so beautiful. And that's Pete. Another horse. I should probably consider taming horses at some point. It probably would be very helpful for my journeys. Problem is they can't really... I don't know if they can go through the translocator, but even if they could, you'd have to dig a horse-friendly path down there for them, and that seems like a lot of work. Okay, this is a humongous cave system here. Alright, but this is the generally correct direction of travel, so let's go around this cave. Maybe do a probe real quick. And there. Alright. Emerald on that one. Which, you know, again, emeralds are nice. They can be sold, among other things, but they provide less utility, and they're certainly not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for iron. That's gonna hurt. Ouch. Okay, we need to think about eating. Let me just grab that up. Not a whole lot of nutrition left in that bowl, but we can get another one. It is really convenient with that auto map marking thing, because all I gotta do is left click. Oh, that's not flax. That's spelt. Okay, that's fine. We don't have much spelt. It's one of the 3 grains. I really would love to see more agricultural variety as well. I mentioned earlier animal variety, but another thing this game could do certainly would be to add more agricultural variety, because right now we've got 3 grains. We've got rye, spelt, and flax. Is that a rare flower? Whatever, I'll mark it. And that just doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, frankly, what the spelt is kind of like wheat, basically, but and rye is like that too. But they should add. I mean, Terraformacraft had wheat, which takes place as spelt, rye, which is rye, and they had oh yeah, both games have rice too. So I guess Vintage Destroy has 4 grains, but and rather than have flax, which they don't, well, they do have, but it's like or do they have that in TFC? I can't remember, but here's what they have. They have oats, they have rye, they have wheat, they have corn. I think they have a total of like 6 grains. I don't remember them all, but and then they have like a bunch of, they have tomatoes, and they have all these different veggies and stuff, and yeah, it's just a more elaborate food system and cooking system, and I would love to see Vintage Story just slowly but surely add more, you know, variety there. I mean, I don't think it would hurt to add a new crop each update, basically. Certainly, or each big update they could add 2, or whatever the system wanted to be, but just a progressing thing, so that there was always something new. I mean, they should have potatoes, they should have tomatoes. Those are both New World crops. I wonder if they're maybe a little bit biased in favor of Old World stuff, which is understandable. But there's no reason to be biased in that way, because you could easily, first of all, break down biomes based on Earth region and have them transition and change like Earth, or you could have them randomized and say, fuck it, this is a fantasy world, who cares where the biome is? Or you could just say, you could have it toggleable. But either way, it's something that I think some people would love to see. I would love to see it. Ooh, look at this red lupine here. Should I grab some of that? Let's grab some of this. Probably never be here again, so let's just fill up on these beautiful flowers. Oh yeah, and we need more food. I especially want these red ones. The red ones are so pretty. And it looks like we've got some white ones as well. I'm not really familiar with this flower in like IRL. If it's I wonder if it grows on the mountains of Switzerland or something, you know, like I just don't know. It sounds vaguely like the word alpine, which obviously derives from the mountain range, the Alps. Even though you also associate alpine with like Colorado. But that's just a convention that's named after the original place. It's kind of like I don't know, a C-section, which was named after a city in Phoenicia or something, or wherever Caesarea was. Okay, that should be good. 10 red, 42 violet. Okay, that's not bad. I got a few more here. Oh wait, is that new or no? Okay. Try not to forget any. Especially the red ones. I want to get every single red one. Okay, so that is 49 and 12. A couple more here, I guess. Obviously, I'm not going to go over a stack, but purple lupine stack is nice. Well, we're up to 61. That's nice. And this will be 62. Wow, almost a full stack there. Pretty good. Oh, and look at the map. All these are no longer worth preserving. Maybe I'll leave one just to remind myself that I was here. Alright. We're actually rather close to where we came in at, so I'm gonna go around the lake this direction this time, and then we'll head back home. And let's do a probe real quick. I like how I'm like clinically addicted to calling this probing instead of prospecting. I think I never used to call it that. I just said it one time and I've stuck with it recently. The probing has been indescribably unsuccessful in detecting iron. Indescribably is not the right adverb, but you know what I mean. I'm literally describing it when using the word indescribably. Alright, there's a few more lupines. Orange and purple. Not gonna spend time gathering these. Here's a cave. More olivine down there I can see. Yeah, that's one thing we're not going to be lacking in this world is the olivine for the tier 2 cementation refractory bricks. Alright, some more flax here. Alright. A little bit difficult to navigate terrain. In fact, arguably it'd be better if I had a raft. Could just sail around here. But these mountains do give way, it looks like, up ahead. Maybe we'll take one last probe right over here in the mountain region before we kind of transition to a foresty looking place over here. Alright, one last probe here. I'm guessing we're gonna get more of the same, like sphalerite. Okay, we do get silver and minuscule silver and hematite popping up there. Again, as I mentioned in a prior stream, in fact, let me just make sure I've got my messages pulled up, but I had somebody comment that in response to my comment, I had commented that silver, I don't like how it spawns with quartz, and somebody commented that is semi-realistic, so I'm learning something new every day, I guess. Alright, we're just kind of shortchanging this coastline a little bit. Not going too far deep inland. That's not my purpose here. And we're going to skip right over those plants. Is this a meteor impact? No. Oh, we've got... Oh, there's a little bit of a blackout there on the OBS for a second. Not sure what the deal is with that. Oh, it's a delay. It's just the delay when I went to look up the... Too late. Why is it delayed so much? It's probably because I had it off screen for a while. I mean, we're still streaming. It's 2:32 in. Why is it so delayed? Let me reload. Theoretically, reloading should bring it the playback up to date. Yeah, yeah, that's correct. Okay. And it's loading. Okay, very good. Just wanted to make sure I wasn't like spending hours doing something that wasn't taking, you know. I mean, this is an interesting little thing. I'll mark that as a cave. And let's take a moment to look at the map. Here's a village, finally. This is the first village I've seen in a while. It's next to this trade cart. I wonder if that's a thing. That's like a spawning feature. And then there's this bizarre formation there as well, which I'm very curious about. Let me see if I can get eyes on it real quick. It's just right over here. Let's see what's going on with that. It's on the other side of this lake. It's too bad none of this flax is mature. That being said, I'm going to end up with like a stack of flax seeds. Alright, here is where we were looking at. This is turnips. Don't need those. Alright, is that just a chunk error or what? I cannot make heads or tails of how the map comes up with that distinctive of a shape. Oops, I don't need that. Alright. It's literally right here. Why is that? See, this doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't this be water looking? Is it because it's shallower there? I don't know. That's bizarre to me. That looks like a map reading error more than the world generation issue. So I'm not sure what that's about, but What kind of trees are these? Are these mapley looking trees? Do we think? Some good spelt seeds there. Here's a cave. Okay, I need to not worry about those trees. They're just gonna be like maple or oak or something. So let's move along. Let's head back east after I get the copper there. Here's more flax. I wish unmature flax had a little bit higher chance of giving you a little bit of a result. Alright, here we go. Okay, that's where we came from. Very good. Okay, so we're going to go to that village. And then we're going to follow the coastline back around north, basically. And the village was roughly in this direction. And we're almost back where we were when we made the detour to go see that weird land anomaly. It's rye. Why is there always like mature rye in spelt, but never mature flax? Of course, I'm exaggerating. Of course, there are mature flaxes that I've seen, but let's take a probe. Might as well do it right here in this giant cave. Oh, and I need to go east to get to that village anyway. Okay. Alright, and what do we get there? We've got cassiterite. We do have decent hematite finally. Okay, so that's the highest hematite we've seen yet in the world, which is interesting. In fact, almost makes it worthwhile to just poke around in this cave a little bit. I hate to put myself in jeopardy, but do another probe real quick. Yeah, it's actually increasing in that direction. That's Olvine. I think I saw a drifter. No, it's an animal. Wow. Rabbit's all the way deep back here. Sorry, buddy. Nice to see that the bronze falx is able to one-shot the rabbits like that. Unlike the copper one. Okay, well, we've at least got a good heading on a potential source of iron here. That is a disappointing cave, honestly, but... And that just kind of looks like it's a surface cave. Okay, so we've got a beat on some iron. I don't know whether and to what extent it makes sense to look around for that, or whether I should just stick to my mission, go to the village, and then go around the shoreline back to the translocator. Alright, let's take a probe here. Okay, 2.28. 2.7 is higher. Okay. Alright, so this village should be to the left, right around this hill. Probably be able to see it on the top of the hill. Almost. Maybe we could, and I just couldn't make it out because it is right here, and there is a trader here. So we'll take a look at that. This might be a farming village. If it is, I'll take any flax they have. And it's nice to have beds to sleep in if we need to. There's the trader associated with this village. But yeah, it's basically just a little farming community, and we do have some flax here. And it is all fully grown. So I will replant that for them, but out of like role-playing generosity, if you will. But I'll certainly take that sweet, sweet flax fiber. Sweet, here we go, more. Again, we'll replant. But yeah, now we've got a full stack. And starting another of the fibers there. Alright, let's check out the trader. Where did he go? There he is. Right in between the two flax farms. Treasure Hunter, which we love. We love the Treasure Hunter. It's one of the most useful traders in the game. We do love the treasure map in particular, but we don't have enough gears. You can also buy the temporal gear there. I have nothing that he would want to buy. But I really would like to find where the Resonance Archive is in this on this world. Is this just a trader hut? Yeah, that's the trader of the VS Villages mod. So it's a nice little community that we've stumbled upon here. Just go ahead and get rid of those. But that being said, I think we do need to move on. So we'll head this way. We'll head this way, go to there, and then we'll head back down to the entrance. Okay. I'll do a quick probe here. It's getting dark out. Maybe I should rest for the night. I probably should. Let's do that first. Alright, 0.3 on the hematite there, so definitely clearing up from the concentration that we found here. In fact, it might be more concentrated closer to where we found that anomaly. Boy, I'm getting a little bit chilly too. Alright, let's just sleep for the night. We'll find the highest quality bed we can. So a 10-hour sleep bed would be ideal. What do you got here? You've got no bed at all. What do you got down here? That's a 9.5er. Let's sleep there. So at 5 o'clock p.m. or about 6 o'clock p.m. plus 10 hours, 16, 12, about 4 a.m. we'll get to. And the time in this seems a little bit skewed in favor of, it getting earlier, or light earlier and dark earlier. That is. Oh, we got a friend, little buddy. Hi, buddy. Alright, I'll go ahead and harvest these guys. But I probably should just get out of here. Alright, let's get out of here. Hi, Rift activity still again tonight. It is 4:25 in the morning though, which is good. Alright, let's take a... Well, I was going to take a probe, but I don't want to do it while I'm under attack. Alright, let's head north. And then we're going to have to... Oops, what did I do? What did I do? Oh, I did the thing where I moved the window over. Is it Control Alt over? Or is it Window Alt? There it is. Okay, I always forget the command on that. Okay. It's Control Window arrow key, and you can create new tabs on your windows, which, whatever. I don't like to use that because I feel like it obscures the nature. I mean, it just allows you to lose track of how much you've got going on. Alright, let's take a look at this. Alright, so that's the correct trajectory. Well, I would say overall, even though it took me a long time to explore, this has been a very productive use of my time vis-a-vis the translocator. I did have a lead on some iron. We're going to have to make another bronze pickaxe in the meantime, though. And we also got tons of other good resources, including a fair amount of flax, which I'm very excited about. Okay, this looks like a somewhat challenging to navigate region as well. I probably need to do a probe. Let's do a probe here. It's a fox. Oops. Go here. Alright. No iron detected. Yeah, this is a pretty heavy cliffed area. So I think maybe I'll go this way and just kind of go around the cliffs a little bit. I think I will end the stream when I get home to my base. Let me just check the chat here. You know, I feel like I might have missed some chat today because I hadn't reloaded my chat page, and so I was looking at literally the chat page from the last time I streamed. And so I might have missed some current chat, and I reloaded without really double checking that. Although you'd think it would show up somewhere, I guess. I don't know. Alright, but here is a landing here that will get me where I want to go with this coastline. I'll just head due north here. This might be a ruin. Doesn't appear to be anything worthwhile over here anyway. Just checking the edges of the map of where I've explored. And if I really wanted to, I could do an expedition between the two translocator points. I do like doing that. That is kind of fun. Alright. Oops. Game was lagging a little bit there. It's a great song. It's a real banger. It's a dead hare. Oh yeah, we're looking at this ruin, maybe. That is ruins, okay. I wish I could just tap that and make it auto-populate. Okay, now we're gonna go up and find that teleportation network thing and just visit that real quick. We'll have to learn how to repair those. May have to look that up on the mod page. I'm not sure it's going to be in the handbook, but it could be. Who knows? Alright, here it is. That's kind of cozy, right? There's a wolf there. Actually, I'm surprised at the absence of wolf activity in this area. Oh, wow. First of all, iron door. Second of all, look at these lanterns. And windows and stuff. I mean, this would be an okay thing to dismantle. It's a nightmare drifter. Oh god, he got me. How did he get me? Oh, there's a wolf there. Jeez. Okay, we've got him now. Boy, though, that one hit from him did more than half my health worth of damage. I don't want that wolf to come get me. Wow. Is there a villager stuck somewhere in this general area? I mean, look at this, though. This is pretty cool. Oh, I see. Probably up here. Ah, sweet. Hi, Horace. You're a luxuries trader. Have we found a luxuries trader yet? I don't know, but either way. Could sell him silver. But he would also sell me a gold lantern, some cool clothes, an ornate shield, and some cool wallpaper. So that's kind of fun. Who is Snapchatting me? Oh, it's that guy. Alright. Oh, we got some breaking news. Federal appeals court rules Alabama can... Oh, that's the death penalty thing. Yeah, not pleasant. Okay, sorry, I was checking my phone. So he's got a resonator and a nice painting. And what's in here? Just paper. It's a beautiful storage vessel. I think I'm gonna not take it. I do like this. This is my favorite painting in the game. Should I take that? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna... Nothing in there, huh? Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put a... I don't know why I even have this gravel on me. Let me put this gravel on here. I'm gonna grab this painting. Oh, I can't do it. It's his. I can't take any of this, can I? Fuck. Okay, so all that's locked in. That's cool. That's cool. Is there anything underneath this one? It doesn't look like it. And it's all protected. Anyway, okay, there's more wolves. Let's get out of here. A lot of rabbits. I wonder if those bones cause the drifters to spawn there or whatever. I'm not really sure how that works. Alright, so we're back on the land here. And I'm just going to follow this around and go back to the entrance to the translocator, and then we're going to go home. I'm very excited to get home because that is going to be good for me. Because then I can finally put my stuff away, and we can progress a little bit. And we do have a lead, a little bit of a insight onto a possible iron source. Actually, before I finish, just one more probe real quick. There. Sphalerite. A little bit of chromite. Makes sense. Alright. So this is approximately where we came in from the ocean. So very nice. Right about here. Okay. Oh. Sweet, that flax must have matured while we were gone. Should have recognized that we would be coming back and maybe left whatever else was there behind. Alright, so we're gonna go down here. And hopefully not run into any drifters. And turn. And I think we're gonna run into our ladder. Or did we use ladders? I don't think maybe we didn't, because we had to dig out from... Oh shit, there's a dude. Okay, come on. At least he's just a deep drifter. I'm still not used to the timing on these new Falxes with these animations. I kind of hope they patch that and fix that up a little bit, because it doesn't seem very good right now. I don't know. Okay, that's Olvine, and this is where we came in at. Okay. So we'll go ahead and transport back, which is great. And then we're back here. And this should be fine. Actually, I've made a little path here, haven't I? Okay, that's like a nice little alternate way to get up and down there without having to deal with the water. And we're back. And we're only kind of sort of fucked in terms of health. But we will heal. I'm confident. Our trap has not been set off. We haven't seen the chickens for a little while, have we? I just heard them, though. Where are they? Are they over here? Are they back this way? They must be back this way. Are they down in a thing? Huh, hard to say. Well, anyway, we're back, so let's take stock of what we've got going on. I got a ton of junk. A lot of walnut, wood. Let's go ahead and plant these guys. Plant one there. Okay, and that cherry is doing well. Plant one here. And let's check on our farm. Actually, let's put this croc down and deal with hunger first. Eating a little bit might, I'm not sure if it restores the hit points directly, but it definitely allows you to gain hit points faster if you're well fed. There goes the deer. Okay. Does the deer eat my crops? I hope not. Flax is coming in nicely. A couple of these are ready. But I'm less, like, urgently into harvesting all that. Okay, we don't actually have space there for it, do we? Alright, let me, I'll just put this here, and then we'll put the seeds in here as we go. Okay, so flax seeds, and then put these seeds in here. Do 3 at a time now. Oh yeah, we need to make room there. Okay. Get those for. Okay, we need to, like, figure out better storage for a lot of this stuff. Alright, we can probably put this dog down somewhere. I'm a little bit concerned about him running off. I assume he's going to be tame, but I'm not entirely sure. So, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I was, like, going to put him down there, but then I remembered that the goat can harm me. Okay, are you, hello? Are you gonna stick around? Can I push you? I'll tell you what, I could make... Let me find that, like, random Arak cow over here, get some meat, and feed that dog. Very concerned about the dog running. Oh, I'm not gonna have inventory for the... Okay, hold on. Okay, this is so done with me. Let's find the junk box and clear out some inventory real quick. Junk. Oh, it doesn't matter that much. Okay, clothes. Ores. Good enough. Okay. Now, okay, puppy's right there. Let's get a little bit of meat to feed him, and then we'll see what the feedback on the screen says. I mean, I bought this thing. I hope it's, like, tame. There we go. God damn it. I missed. How do you miss a giant cow with a spear at very close range? Here we go. Where did my spear go? Alright. God damn it. At least they're slow. Of course, this mod, they make the cow stick its tongue out. It's a little much. Okay. So we've got plenty of meat now. So let's go back and see if the pup wants the meat. And that trap is still untriggered. Where are those fucking chickens? Are they... Oh, they're down here. Okay, that's not a bad thing. I can work with that. We'll come back to that. Alright, where's the... Did we get any more cows? Yes! We got the bull and the cows. Very good. So we can start feeding them and reproducing them. And now we are missing goats, but that's fine. Here's the puppy. Is he just sleeping? Okay. Okay, so that's the taming process. So we do have to tame him. So I will do that. Ooh, the beehives are spreading. That's good. All right, let's put this right up here. That way, if we ever want to retrieve it, we can just pop it off that block there, I think. All right, and that guy, I think he's going to stick around as long as we keep feeding him. But he's not tame yet, and that's important to note. All right, there's that thing. We've got tons of flax grain, so I can make a porridge. Let's do a real quick porridge here. In fact, actually, we can do better. Right? Or do I have to do... Can't do that, okay. Just do that. Okay. Well, our level of, you know, comfort and so forth is doing pretty good. Okay, here's what we can do. We can start taming those chickens by come hell or high water by just moving this shit down into that little pit that we made. Okay, they're like back up here now. I want them to go back in the hole that I made. Right down there. Are you down there? They appear to have all gone down there. That is good. Okay, so as long as there's at least one hen and one rooster, which there are, I can put these down and start feeding them, start having them reproduce, and I can put the egg baskets down. And we can put those all the way down there if we want. Okay. So now we can put this flax grain in these. And then we can simply seal this up. Oh yeah, actually we'll just do that. And then we'll put a ladder up here. And I'm pretty sure the chickens cannot get out of that ladder. Although if they could, I could always just put the dirt block right somewhere up there. Actually, you know what we could do? Just to be on the super duper safe side, we can make this ladder one up so you have to jump to get to it. I'm 99% sure they won't like that. But that should be a good enough start for the chickens. So let's let that happen. A little bit messy to have them down in the pit like that, but you know, it's fine. Let's see here. Okay, so we've got a ton of wood. I think I do have a chest started for wood over here. Let's go do that. Okay, that helps a lot with inventory. In fact, that should solve the inventory issue that we're having. And then we've got these aged crates, which we'll put in here. So now we've got 5 in storage. We have a crate of crates. It's very nice. Then what we'll do is we'll come over here. Our beautiful bronze. We do need to make another pickaxe soon. But let's finish doing what we're doing with this. Get everything that's not a seed out of there. And get those back as well. And get our lantern back. Okay. And I do have one unused farm space, so I can maybe just pick out a random... I don't know, put a carrot down or something. Where was it? Right over here? Okay. I'd be surprised if that grows in time, but it doesn't hurt to try. I'll do the last turnip seed over over here. That's, again, only 5 growing stages, very much more likely to succeed than something that takes longer. Alright, let's get in here. This is our miscellaneous adventure stuff, which we usually keep our linen in, but maybe I'll start a new one for linen. There. That is a ton of linen. So if we were to go like this, we now have 16 linen. Or that is to say 16, yeah, linen. Or flax twine, that is. And then there, 4 linen normal stitches. Now, if we H over that, we can start looking at gambeson. So gambeson requires 6, 9, 11. We've got 4 plus, you know, if you, it's basically every 16 twine or fiber, every 16 fiber gives you 1 linen. So we need 11. We've got 5 plus 11 sixteenths. So we're not even close to that. But what we are close to, arguably, is that. In fact, we have enough for that. And I guess the question is, do I want to start with armor? And then the other question is, how much are the pants? The pants are 5 plus 2, and actually that's exactly the right amount. So let's do the pants. Okay. Oh, you know what I also did? I made class specific thing. So this, which we can make just by putting a stick with this, is used to create the tailored gambeson leg armor, which normally have to be a tailor to make, but since we turned off class specific recipes, I think we can actually do this. In fact, it's cheaper. Except for we need another stick. Alright, let's do that. And then we need 2 twines. So take that. So this will be nice. This will be our first bit of armor. And although it's not the body armor, it's the leg armor, it will nonetheless start noticeably enhancing our prospects when we're getting our ass whooped in caves and stuff. And in fact, it will basically mitigate the risk of a lot of the lower level drifters, almost entirely, you know, unless they're in large numbers or something. So that's going to be super handy to have that. Okay, so we'll go with that last one. We'll keep the rest of the sticks. And then we'll make our leggings by going like that. That's homespun pants. That's interesting. Alright, remind me again how we do this. Okay, we need the sewing kit. Oh, so we do need one more. Okay, whoops, I fucked up. I mean, I can make the helmet still, but I can't take that back, can I? Alright, that's okay. We'll probably get enough to make that soon. I can't just do that, can I? Is it 2? Alright, whatever. So we'll put all that away, and we'll come back to it in a little bit. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a fun one, very productive. Might stream a little bit later, might play some Pal World, we'll see, but I'm going to make some cookies in the meantime. Thank you for watching, we'll see you next time.